Hey, this is Ryan, and this will be my first video where I'm documenting what I'm learning for DevOps and cloud infrastructure. So last August, I completed the AWS Solutions Architect Associate exam, but I haven't worked on too many projects. So today I'm going to start by going through an easy tutorial, and I found this from Will Robinson's blog. So here's the overview. Let's pretend that we're a DevOps engineer, we got a new job, and we're going to be hired by a startup to build and maintain the company's AWS environments. We need a single EC2 instance, and along the way we'll build it out. So in the first article, we're going to use infrastructure as code to deploy our VPC. And let's take a look at what we got here. We'll do, so we got a couple different options. We can use CloudFormation, or we could use Terraform. Okay, so let's say we're going to use CloudFormation. What we want to do with this is to deploy a virtual private cloud, public subnet, public route table, an internet gateway, and our route from the subnet to the internet gateway. Okay, and so Will has his code on his GitHub. Let's click raw. So you can just copy this to your local text editor. I'll pull up Sublime. Okay, still have this here. All right, so in this template, it's going to be YAML, first of all. We have our name. I just named this as tutorial 1 demo. Okay, we have our CIDR block. We have our VPC, internet gateway, public subnet, route table. Okay, so that's pretty simple. And what we can do in AWS is go to CloudFormation. So if you wanted to, you could either go to create stack and just upload the template from a local file. So we would do templates ready, upload a template file, and then you just choose the file and click run or upload. Okay, so what we're gonna do instead is to use a command line just to get some experience doing that instead of uploading it. Okay, so we're gonna go back to AWS. We're gonna search for, let's do shell, click Cloud Shell. And I'm just gonna do this within AWS instead of doing it locally, so I don't have to mess with secret access keys and all that. So close that. Might take a minute for this to get set up. Okay, looks like we're good. Let's go back to Will's article. Okay, so we have our code. We haven't uploaded it yet to anything. So what we're gonna do is, let's make another browser here. We want to upload this to S3. Type in S3. We're just gonna upload our code to a bucket at the moment. Okay, so I did this the other day. I just made a new bucket, tutorial IAC, and I uploaded CFT for CloudFormation template. So I have my template here in a bucket, and so I want to be able to run this file from the terminal here in AWS. And what Will has over here is the commands to do that. If you're wondering where he found this, you can simply Google AWS CloudFormation commands. Click the first link, and then if you scroll down, then you just so we want to find create. So create stack. Okay, so scrolling down to the bottom, you can see this example. You have AWS CloudFormation, create stack, and we choose our stack name. So let's just copy this. Go back to Cloud Shell, paste. So we need to name our stack whatever we want. I'll just name this IAC test. After that, we have to set our link to where our template's at. So they have template body. I think I do template URL. And now I type in the URL for my S3 file. So let's click this file, S3 URL, Now we want object URL. Click that. It's copied and pasted in here. Okay, so here is our template location. And after that, I think that might be it. Okay, so in CloudFormation, let's go back to stacks. Just keep in mind we have these two old stacks here, and so when I press run, it gives us a stack ID, which means it worked. So going back over to CloudFormation, refresh, it shows it's creating, so that looked like it worked. Might take a minute for everything to deploy. Okay, let's click refresh. Okay, everything's created. So if we were to go to, if we just find VPC in the AWS console, we'll check and make sure it's there. So VPC. Your VPC. Your VPCs. Okay, here we go. VPC tutorial 1. That means everything looks good. And that's it for this video. And then lastly, I'm just going to show you how to delete this stack. So if we went back over here to the docs, I want to find delete stack. Okay, I'd usually just go back to the examples. So we just do AWS CloudFormation, delete stack, and stack name. I'm going to copy that. Delete stack, and then stack name. I think that was it. And then our stack name, we name that up here. IAC test. Enter. Okay, so now we check our stacks and we'll see what, okay, here we go, delete in progress. So that worked. It's going to delete everything we just deployed, including all of our resources. But our template will still be here in S3, so that'll live in this bucket.